from different places, we all have different names. No matter what life brings us, Jesus is the same. We're just your Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness.
Welcome, everybody, to the
Welcome.
day of podcasting.
Yes, this is the day of podcasting. Well, all the other days were days of podcasting as well.
It's great to hear from you guys. How's this past week been?
I can go ahead and I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm not the leapfrog thing, so I'm just going to say that I'm going to get in the car and drive and provide some sort of feedback. But I'm not actually driving. You can just imagine that I'm behind the wheel giving my feedback or something to that effect.
You're at the drive-in, Tim, and we want to hear an update.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let me think. Well, for one thing, I just want to mention that this podcast episode might be a little bit strange as far as the taste. Not that we're talking about food or anything, but the overall taste of the episode might be different because one of our internet connections is off, and so we can't see each other on video. And so we're kind of looking at a blank screen, like somebody put a blindfold over our eyes or something. But anyways, so I was going to share that let's see. I really enjoyed the praise band experience for the Sunday service. I was just so happy to be up there, and Jessica was on the stage with me, and we were singing all these like amazing like praise songs, and I was just so happy to have that opportunity. And it felt like our voices meshed really well. Like Jessica, myself, and Dawn, like it just sounded really nice. And Jessica did such an amazing job with the solo for the Catherine Scott "Search Me, Know Me" song. So it was just so cool. So I was just really happy that it went so well. And outside of that, I've been trying to figure out my time management thing. So I don't know if I just need to keep reading the First Things First book, or I need to go with some alternative like time management approaches. I think the first thing I'm going to do is read First Things First. But hey, I got to find the time to read a time management book. So that's one thing. But I think that might be the first thing that I need to do. But there is something else, and I found out earlier today that I think I need to like optimize my ability to like get ready to do things. Like I always feel like I'm kind of in between things that I want to do. Like I spend too long in between what I'm doing. Like maybe I get distracted like by my phone or the computer or something like that. Or like maybe I get distracted by something in the living room. Like I might see my dog doing something funny or whatever. Like it just like prevents me from doing like the next thing. Like as far as like being decisive is concerned, like you go from like one decision to the next. But like if you're just spending most of the time like in between like decisions that you make, it tends to cause a little bit of a challenge. So I'm curious what First Things First has to say about like optimizing time or being more efficient and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think what I might do is start waking up a little bit earlier and then just like timing myself. Like, okay, I'm going to start getting ready now. Let's see if I can get ready like within like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And I'm going to start like figuring out like how long it actually takes me to get ready in the morning. And then the rest of the time I have to just like catch up on whatever it is that I need to do before work. Because normally I kind of have to rush to get ready for work because I spend a lot of time like, I don't know, on the computer or something like that before getting ready for work. And like, then it's kind of like this adrenaline thing. So actually, that's something that First Things First talks about, that people have a tendency to have like an urgency addiction where like basically the urgency thing is compelling and, it's like comparably boring or something like that to do things that are important but not urgent. Like there's just no like novelty in that. And so I guess for me now, I'm just going to try to like not seek the urgency thing. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention is there's this memory training game that I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast called Dual End Back, and you can get it from. Did I mention this on the podcast before?
I don't recall, Tim.
Oh, okay. So it's like a memory training game that helps with working memory and fluid intelligence, and it also helps with attention. It's called Dual End Back, and on the PC you can go to this website called brainworkshop.com, and you can download it on your PC. And then there's for Android, there's End Back memory training, and then there's also for the iPhone. I'll have to look up exactly what the name of the app is, but basically this memory training game is really fantastic, and it really helps with just like focus and working memory and stuff like that. So if I start doing this memory training game, then I'll let you all know in the next episode. So that is my update for today.
I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for the compliment on the worship thing. And if we remember to ask you about the memory.
If we remember to ask you about the memory.
We're not doing the memory training. So.
I was thinking, I don't have a working brain. I need to find a working brain before I can work on remembering stuff. So I've already
a working brain.
How that goes.
Oh my gosh, working brain, remembering to ask about memory training, and then earlier finding time to read something on time management.
That's a tall order for 3 people who have ADHD, Tim. But
I know, we're reaching for the stars here. That's could be quite a challenge.
Yeah. Maybe if it were high risk, we would then do whatever we need to do. You know,
if my life depended on it, honestly, I'd probably still try to find a way to get out of it. So,
right. Yeah. That somehow we're really, really good at getting out of the thing that we have to do. Somehow we just sneak that time in to get out of it. And then finally we can't get out of it anymore. Then we work on it. It's,
Yep. But what about you, Beth? What's this past week been like for you?
Well, thanks for asking, Jessica.
No problem, Beth.
The time is 6:49 p.m.
I did not provide a sentiment of asking or saying thank you there. And it is 6:49 p.m. Indeed.
Yes. Let's see. Well, I can't remember what I did last week because that was a long time ago. So much has changed since then. Who even knows? But let's see. On Sunday, I got to see Bernadette Peters and Lea Salonga in a show that was called Old Friends, and it was basically the Stephen Sondheim hits from his musicals. And it turns out I haven't seen as many Stephen Sondheim musicals as I thought, because there were a lot of songs I didn't know, but it was still fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Today, I was going to clean the whole house, but I ended up just not being able to. I was like, I'm going to clean this house. And then because I don't know, the plan changed so many times today, but we had to take all of our pictures off of the walls, when we had work on our house done 2 years ago. And I didn't put them back on yet. So I put a bunch of pictures up today that weren't up because I took them 2 years ago. So Craig bought us an ice cream maker, a Ninja Creamy. Have you heard of this?
What? That's amazing. I didn't even know you could buy those.
I didn't either. And it was a Valentine's Day present, and he was so excited about it. Everybody's going to want to use it. And for his birthday, I bought him a bidet, and I was like, everyone's going to use it. And like, it's everybody's favorite thing. We love it so much.
Oh my gosh.
So when he was telling me what he got me for Valentine's Day, he was like, it's something that the kids are probably going to want to use too. And I was like, is it a bidet? And it wasn't. So you can make your own ice cream, or if you're too impatient to wait, you have to like put all the ingredients like in the freezer for 10 hours or something. I don't know. But if you don't want to wait the time that your stuff needs to go in the freezer, I read that you can use store-bought ice cream and like make fun creations that way. So
wow.
Yeah, we haven't. I was gone most of the day yesterday. I went to lunch church yesterday.
Oh,
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonah came with me. I'll tell you an amusing anecdote later that I won't share on the podcast. It's not bad, but it just amused me a lot. But anyway. Ice cream maker. I wrote down a list of what the people need to know.
I do that all the time. I don't write it down, but I rehearse several times what I'm going to share in my check-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Saturday, Owen's been complaining about his cell phone service a lot. Like we used to have T-Mobile, and like there's just certain zones in the east side that just don't work well. And we ended up switching to Verizon for other reasons too. But and then everybody got new phones, and I got a new phone too. But since I already upgraded my phone like a couple months ago, I didn't really need a new phone. But because we were switching from Verizon to T-Mobile, I couldn't keep my old phone, so I had to get a new phone anyway. So I got an iPhone. I switched from a purple iPhone 16 Plus to a pink iPhone 16 Plus.
Cool.
I was like, if I have to get a new phone anyway, I'm going to get it in like a different color, because it's going to have the same features, but it still needs to be different enough to me that it's new. I don't know why I'm like this as a person, but no regrets.
Purple and pink are awesome colors. You can't go wrong with either one.
No, you really can't. What about you, Jessica?
Yeah. What's happening with you, Jessica?
Well, guys, I had a lot of fun on Sunday singing with the praise band. It had been a while, because I think the last time I sang was before the holidays. And then I was just like consistently not able to sing. I think I sang once with Deborah before then, but at this point, with my lungs being below my chin, it's been really difficult to breathe. And so singing along with playing the guitar is like a little bit more work, but I loved it. Like I loved how everybody sounded together, and it was really exciting. And, I told Don, like, you can put me on the schedule, and if I'm feeling good, I'll totally, like, as long as I can do it, I'll sing with you guys. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Definitely.
What else? I feel like we've been trying to like sort through a bunch of the baby clothes. Amber washed a bunch of the new clothes that we got, and we've been getting that ready to go. I think this week we're going to really start working on go bags. So that way we're ready to go and just grab grab the bag and
go bags.
there you
Nice.
go. So, other than that, I feel like we've been trying to get a lot of stuff done, and then we get a lot of not enough stuff done.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, every week brings on new things, new exciting things. I can definitely feel that the baby is getting lower, getting more pressure down.
Nice.
In lower areas. And I was like, I was talking with Amber and I was like, did my belly drop already? Like, I feel like it's like, anyway, 34 weeks. And so with 6 weeks away from my actual due date, technically it could happen at any point is kind of like how I feel. And so who knows, but anyway, yeah, I just, my family's been getting really excited, and spoke with my brother, and he's getting really excited, which is really nice because he's never been an uncle. Obviously, like I'm bringing the first grandbaby into our family. And so it's very exciting.
That is definitely.
But anyway, I mean, it's like one of those things where we're so excited and ready for this next chapter. And like, I think having such a great support system is even more exciting. But I do want to say, so both of my half sisters who just graduated college, one of them is going to like vet school and stuff. I think she's taking like a year off, but the other one just passed her whatever test that you take to become an RN. She took that test last week and she found out that she passed. So she will officially be a certified registered nurse when she comes out to stay with us and be in the delivery room with me. So I'm like,
wow,
so excited about that. And I know she, it's a huge weight off of her shoulders for that. So anyway,
that is so cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited for her. So, but yeah, I mean, I feel like every week is kind of like I'm experiencing something new. I'm feeling something more. It's like, it's just this massive countdown.
It's like, yeah, this is kind of like the perfect situation that we have here on the podcast. Like every week you have progress with your baby and you're able to share it every week.
Right. Exactly.
So cool.
Right. So anyways, but that's my update for how things are going. But
that's awesome.
Yeah. But like Beth said, lunch church was this past Sunday, which I hope you guys had a blast with lunch in the kitchen.
Yeah, there's Pastor Jim shares something like a helpful message, right, Beth? Something or questions or something.
Yeah, he'll go around. Sometimes like we'll have 3 or 4 tables, and he'll go around to like each table and like say, okay, here's a question, and talk amongst yourselves, and then and then like a few minutes, I don't know, 20 minutes later, he'll come around with a different question for us to, I mean, it is nice, especially if you don't know people that I actually like that he brings questions, because if it's your first time going and you don't know what to talk about and there's a bunch of strangers or whatever, I like that he allows, I don't know. It's nice that we don't have to be responsible for the conversation if we don't want to, but also we do stay far away from the questions a lot too. So, but I like lunch.
Well, that's exciting. That's awesome.
I would recommend it.
Sweet.
If you like lunch and you like church, put your hands together. We got lunch.
And
That's great. That's a really good tagline, actually. If you like lunch and you like church, join us for lunch, church.
I was trying to think of what would rhyme with church, but
Lurch.
I don't know.
Merch?
Merch?
Merch.
Come to lunch church and get your merch. Anyway.
Yeah.
Or lunch.
For lunch.
Or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad
I don't
it
know.
was an enjoyable time. And the good thing is that next Sunday, there's a couple things going on. One of them being is New Member Sunday. So for new members, we get to see who becomes new members.
And then we decide whether we vote them in or not.
Right. And then it's like Squid Games.
Right.
So,
I've never seen Squid Games, but I hear it's like the Hunger Games times 1,000. Is that
pretty
correct?
much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I have never seen Squid Games.
You should watch the first one. It's very interesting.
I don't know.
I accidentally watched the second one, and I need to watch the first one.
I'm not sure if my tender heart can handle it, but we'll see. I watched a movie with Craig this weekend called Heretic. It has Hugh Grant in it. And the only way I could get through that movie, it's a horror movie / thriller. The only way I could get through that movie without getting in my head about it was I had to like consciously play my game on my phone and then keep telling myself, this is not real. This is not real. Like that is what I had to do, but it's fine. So.
Yeah. I feel that way sometimes when I go to the grocery store. But anyway.
I mean, the groceries come to me, so it's been fine.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, besides New Member Sunday, next Sunday, the young adults are going to be meeting at Panera after the 11 a.m. service. So for any young adults who are between the age of 18 and 1,000, you can join us for lunch at Panera. So very exciting. Also, the following Sunday on March 2nd, there's a missions meeting between services. And then on March 9th, it's the Lenten Messy Church, which is the escape room. So be prepared. I think we mentioned last time, bring a sleeping bag in case you aren't able to escape the room. Maybe water.
You don't have to go home. Oh, wait, you can't go home. You did not escape. So
exactly.
Wow, I'm really excited to see how this plays out. The escape room for Messy Church. I mean, my gosh.
Yeah. And then on Thursday, March 13th, it's the senior luncheon from 11:30 to 1. March 15th, it's the Alpha course. So that begins 12:30 to 2:30. You can sign up on the app. And then something to kind of think about. I know it's not for a little while, but something to kind of wrap your mind around and prepare. And maybe you need to start making things. But on April 6th, it's the Spring Boutique. So contact the office if you are interested in being a vendor. So, it's one of those things where get prepared. It's weird to think that at that point, I will likely have given birth.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's so weird having a baby because you take 9 months to prepare. And then like, it's just this faceless little human. And then your baby is born and he wasn't there before. But at the same time, you can't imagine your life without that tiny person anymore. It's so weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
That's incredible.
Yeah. It was like this
maybe
wasn't a part of my family, and now he is. I made this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'll message you in the middle of the
My
night.
body, you guys. 2 people.
What?
I
Yeah.
made 2 people. My body.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
The body really is a miracle.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's a miracle, really.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Beth, I feel like I'm going to message you randomly through all hours of the evening and go, did you experience this? Did you go through this?
And
Because you've done it twice.
I'm sure most of my answers will be, I don't remember.
I
You
was
can
asleep
still
for
ask me,
the
though.
first 6 weeks.
I was very sleep deprived. I forgot a lot of things.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's
but
one
anyway.
thing we're kind of nervous about. We're like, how are we? Anyways, we'll figure it out. But
I just think it's cool that like that your baby has 2 moms, because
they're pretty.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
dads are great. Dads are great, but I feel like Amber is going to be more intuitive with what you two like with what that you and the baby will need, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
Right.
I think that's one thing that I lucked out with is that with her, just as a teacher and what she went to school for, that kind of stuff, I'm just kind of like the littlest of things, guys. Like, so when we got a bunch of books at the baby shower, I put them all in the baby's bookshelf, like, woo, it's a full bookshelf. And she goes, well, we're probably going to have to remove some of those for now because they're more for like advanced, like some of those are. And I'm like, I don't know these things. Like, I'm going to read.
That's a really good point.
And so, like,
I do remember that. Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
So,
see, babies' books serve a dual purpose. You can read out of the books, but when you're not reading them, those books are chew toys for the baby. So, yeah. Board books were made for babies for that purpose. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still haven't gone through my books. I still want to give you some of my favorite books.
Well, you totally can.
I'm going to.
Yeah. Because I figured, you know, what's wrong with us reading a book about Everest and the greatest climbs that you can do?
Oh, yeah.
The baby is like 3 days old. Like, they start preparing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I read Owen's favorite book when he was a baby was 50 Shades of Grey. I'm just kidding. I don't even think that book is out.
I actually believed you for a second.
That is definitely.
Never even read that book. I've never read it. I can't, won't. Tried. The writing was bad. Couldn't do it. I put it away.
Right. That's understandable.
50 Shades of Grey gooses in the
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was gonna just be a book about the history of the color gray and how many shades there ultimately are, but no.
The secrets of fabric.
Yeah. But Helvetica, that one is actually about the font Helvetica.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you guys ever thought about what font you would be based on your personality?
Oh my gosh.
That's a fun one. I don't know. You feel like fonts defined you, like growing up?
I think in your teens, you're definitely Comic Sans.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Comic
gosh.
Sans.
I was Comic Sans in my teens when I was instant messaging people on MSN Messenger. I chose Comic Sans.
And then there's like typewriter when you're feeling super artsy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, I use typewriter to write my ransom notes.
Yes.
Oh.
That's always helpful.
It's like, oh,
There's no
Just
way to
kidding.
identify.
no.
It's kind of a funny like topic because like I think it was last week I was talking to a bunch of my coworkers about like what fonts we should use for something, and then that's when I brought up the Comic Sans thing then. So yeah, it's fonts are important. It's choose a font for a paper, choose a font for your personality.
Fonts matter, you guys.
What?
Fonts matter.
Fonts matter.
I'm pro fonts. Fonts.
Yes. You know what is similar to fonts? Fountains. Wait, a fountain has nothing to do with fonts. I apologize.
What if that was somebody's name? Fonts.
Fountain? Oh.
Fonts fountain.
What would the nickname be?
Fonzie.
Yeah, Fonzie.
Actually, okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Wait.
Well, let's head into Methodist moment.
I was amazed. Like I was like, was that part of the Methodist moment, or was that just like some amazing like in between time where we were talking about pregnancy and fountains and fonts?
That was a true.
That is what we did. We got distracted.
Yeah, that was ADHD in a bottle, and everybody just got a little taste.
Yep, indeed, a taste of the fountain of ADHD, or the tangents that are associated with fonts.
The water's fine.
Pregnancy, yes, jump in. The water's fine.
Exactly. But let's go ahead and dive into the Methodist moment. I know everybody's been eager to find out what we're going to talk about.
Especially me.
Yeah, Beth, did you have something you want to share first? I'll share something second if you want to share it first.
Well, my thing's on the refrigerator, so you can share first.
Okay. So this is something really interesting that I wasn't really planning on doing. Actually, I was like, oh, I'm going to actually share this on the next episode. And then we all agreed I would share it on the next episode. But then I got so excited by all the things we were talking about that I decided that I wanted to share it this episode. And then, so.
And now we're here.
So now we're here. So you, Jessica or Beth, one of you said, oh, do you want to sing that, Tim? And I'm actually thinking about singing it. Should I sing it?
You could sing a little bit of it. I think that would be good.
Okay. Well, should I? There's just one. What is it? There's the chorus. Should I sing the whole chorus or just like not really? What do you think?
I think you should sing your favorite line from the song.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So anyway, what I'm going to sing is the song that was sung for Sunday, the Catherine Scott song, "Search Me, Know Me." So I'll just sing a little bit of it. Let me see here. Create in me a heart that's clean, conquer the power of secret shame. Come wash away the guilty stain of all my sin. Clothe me in robes of righteousness, cover my nakedness with grace. All of my life before you now I humbly bring. So that was the chorus. It wasn't all of it, but basically the reason why I like this song so much is all of the verses kind of resonated with me, like create in me a heart that's clean and then conquer the power of secret shame. So like just having the mindset or the heart in which I don't want to do things that are associated with like darkness or not following the light of Jesus, and then conquer the power of secret shame. That's very, very similar to what we were talking about, I think, a couple weeks ago, about how we're worthy in God's eyes, and we don't have to have shame because of because of God. And then like clothe me in robes of righteousness. That's like really an amazing like way to understand like how we want to walk with Jesus, like clothing ourselves in the robes of righteousness, like kind of like the garment that Jesus wore. Like he wears some sort of robes at that time. It's like we're followers of Jesus, and we want to practice the righteousness. So yeah, there's just so much about this song that I really appreciated, and I'm just really happy that we were able to sing that for Sunday. And yeah, like I listened to this song like maybe like 5-7 times or something like that when I found out about it, and it's just an incredible song, and it's one of my favorites. So I just thought I would share that. I don't know about my singing. I'm not sure if it came through on the recording very well, especially since I was like not actually like full, what is it? Like on a microphone kind of like singing. So.
Well, it sounded great, Tim.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of fun being able to experience you with the praise band, because it is different than choir, you know?
Yeah. Big time.
And I love that you're exploring, you know, a new way to use your voice and to worship God. And, you know, the church is just very fortunate to be able to hear you in different ways, you know, and for others to join you in worship. So,
wow. Yeah, that's really nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's like when you and Beth sang.
Oh yeah.
That was I love when people are able to share their gifts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. That was really cool. Yeah, the Christmas pageant, Beth. Yeah, it's like we were singing that and all the different like verses. It was cool. Very nice.
Well, I think my favorite thing about church is that you get to try stuff. You get to put yourself out there if you want to. If you want to try acting, but you're too afraid to audition at community theater, just say you want to be in the Christmas play. You're guaranteed a part, you guys.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I love that.
I like that there's a place for everybody. And it's like, you don't have to audition. You just come as you are, and you give it your all. And that's, I just think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I'm playing the handbells, you guys. I never thought I'd be playing the handbells. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
We can go where we want to, a place where they'll never find, and we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind.
Yeah.
Does anybody know that song?
No.
I feel like it's a song.
You really had me going there, Jessica. Like, honestly, when we're at the church, I do feel like I'm in like another like world of just like being with everyone, like our church family, and just like being there with Jesus and God and like worship. And I think it's really a beautiful thing. That's what I thought of when you were quoting the song. But I knew it was some sort of reference that I wasn't getting.
It's, we can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind.
Oh.
A difference than dancing. If they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
Yeah, that's what that one was. So.
All right. That's awesome. This is the singing podcast episode today.
Well, I was going to now what I'm going to share just doesn't seem as poignant because I'm not going to sing it, but I keep back during COVID, I was more into going to scripture journaling online because I guess there wasn't anything else to do really, but I also was doing scripture journaling in person before everything got shut down. So in order for me to kind of like get through COVID, I kind of just like started writing down all of these Bible verses that I liked and putting them in places that I would frequent quite often. But you know what happens when you have ADHD? You forget that stuff exists, and then you don't look more. It's like it's just a fixture of your refrigerator. So I was when Tim brought up that for maybe the Methodist moment, if we don't have anything bigger to share, we could talk about our favorite Bible verses. And that got me thinking I should see what the ones that I put up during COVID.
Yes.
Some of them fell off and I don't know what happened to them. I had some in the bathroom and other places, but this one, which I wrote down, I like that I put the date on it because I know how long ago I put. I don't usually think that far ahead, but good job, Past Beth. So Past Beth wrote this on August 3rd of 2020, and it's Psalm 37:28, and it just simply says, "The Lord loves justice and fairness. He will never abandon his people. They will be kept safe forever." And I just feel like that's as relevant today, maybe even more so than it was 5 years ago. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to carry that one in my heart.
Yeah, 100%.
And you
I
can
also
keep it on the fridge too.
I'm going, yeah. Nope, I already followed it. It's on my way to the heart now. The digestive system stops at the heart on the way to your stomach, right? That's how you.
Yeah, that's that quote, the saying that people say.
Yeah, hide it in your heart or whatever. I don't know.
And
Yeah.
make friends through your stomach.
Yeah. But if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine.
Exactly.
That's the only rule. Yeah. So that's all I got.
Beth, what was that verse again? Or that scripture?
7:28. Do you want me to read it again?
37:28. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking up the other scriptures before and after that. I think that's really fascinating. Can I read those really quick?
No. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Verse 27 is, "Depart from evil and do good, so you shall abide forever." And verse 29 says, "The righteous shall inherit the land and live in it forever." That's really cool.
Oh,
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I like how verse 28, you were mentioning that the righteousness shall be kept safe forever, and the children of the wicked shall be cut off. That's really cool. The forevers of those three verses.
Yeah. The forever part was important to me.
Yeah.
Like how long?
Absolutely.
10 minutes from now? No, forever. Okay, good.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the songs that like we sang during the 11 o'clock service, Holy Forever. What?
Was that the "Is Love Endures Forever" song?
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah, I know.
How long does it endure, Beth?
10 minutes. I mean, forever. Forever. Yes.
That would definitely change the way the song sounds.
In 10 minutes, you are not faithful anymore. No. In 10 minutes, you are not here. That sounds bleak. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, forever and ever. Forever.
Forever and ever and ever.
All right. Yeah.
I don't think we need the "and ever and ever and ever" if it's already for forever. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. Where does the forever and ever thing come from? Like, maybe forever is forever, right?
Prayer?
What?
The Lord's Prayer?
Yes, that does.
Forever.
Yeah, now and forever. Yes, but it doesn't say forever and ever in the Lord's Prayer.
Forever and ever.
Who's saying it? It depends on who's saying it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's was it Randy Travis? Forever and ever.
I love that song. Yes. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as the women sit and talk about old men. Yeah, this is the singing podcast.
Yes,
Definitely
this is wonderful.
I love it. I love that you knew the words to that, Beth.
I love that.
Yeah, it
So
sounded so natural, Beth, like you were just singing it on the stage or something.
I haven't, but I will. Just kidding. It's a good song. I forgot about Randy Travis. Oh,
Wow.
still-
I never heard that song actually. Is it called Forever and Ever?
oh goodness, the video is so charming, Tim. I'm gonna send you the video. I
All
remember
right.
to watch country music television when I was a kid and watch all the videos, you know, when people watched music videos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did that. When all the other cool kids were watching MTV, I probably wasn't because my mom probably told me I couldn't, but also I was watching CMT country music videos. Have you seen the video to the Thunder Rolls? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that one's good. That one's
Yeah.
good.
That's like a mini movie within a video.
Totally. I liked the music video of the song Whiskey Lullaby. It was really with Alison Krauss. It's incredibly sad, but
I don't know. I've seen that one.
it's a really good song, but it's very sad.
Oh, what is it called again?
It's called Whiskey Lullaby.
Oh, you know what? I think I have heard that song like a long time ago.
It's very depressing. So if you want to be depressed, it's definitely worth listening to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes we all need to get more in touch with our soft, vulnerable side. So yeah, that's good.
I'm good.
We're good for now. But
Good for now.
I'll let you know.
Well,
So speaking of forever and ever,
and amen.
Talk about the
We had awesome sermon on Sunday.
yeah.
You guys remember when I was like, I wonder how Pastor Jim's going to approach Leviticus because it's like definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I love that.
Just kidding.
What?
Did he disappoint? You know how?
No.
I love
fantastic.
I love that he portrayed Leviticus as a Mean Girls scenario where Genesis and Exodus were part of the cool kids, and Leviticus was like the girl Caddy from Mean Girls. And
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed his approach on it because it definitely. I mean, I think that it's so easy to read through Leviticus and be like, what in the world is that? How is this pertain to my life? You know? And I love that he was, once again, he does it again.
He's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
should not quit his day job.
No, he's definitely should not quit his day job.
A day job, Pastor Jim.
Even though he's really good at being in musicals.
But he's not getting paid the big bucks for that.
That's true.
Do we know that for sure? They could have paid millions.
That's you know, his devotion for God is so strong that you know, he got paid millions for the plays and he's still giving our messages.
Yeah.
I did notice he started driving a Lambo to work though.
Yeah. Like with his alligator skin boots.
Yeah, boots with the fur. No, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm totally imagining this right now, like with some sort of Dr. Seuss outfit that he wore from what was that one called? What was that play again? Seussical. Yeah. Yeah. He just got like the alligator shoes and man.
For me, it's the Purge Perkins rainbow suit. Like that's like
yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So for it was the third sermon out of 5 for his sermon series of Torah, Torah, Torah. And we focused on Leviticus chapter 19, verses 9 through 12 and 17 through 18. And basically like just kind of a quick summation of what he shared was the word Leviticus. Another word is it's pronounced varikura, varikura, which means and he called. So Leviticus is a book about, it that we're called to a life of holiness.
Yeah.
That starts in worship and extends in all that we do. So another way of kind of translating it is, and God continued calling. So he shared an overview of the book for the chapters, and he said that from chapters 1 through 7, it kind of provided information on the sacrificial system. Chapters 8 through 10 were rituals of ordination. Chapters 11 through 15 were rituals of purity and impurity. And then chapter 16 and on is kind of like rituals of purification, atonement. So it's very interesting. And one of my main takeaways from this was when he said that God continues to call us into a relationship, one that's lived out not only on Sunday mornings, but all through the week.
Yeah.
That we seek to live lives that reflect God's love, justice, grace, and mercy. So I appreciate it. I appreciate that. So what about you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you go, Beth.
I was going to say that when Pastor Jim referred to the books of the Bible as, the popular ones, and Leviticus was like not cool, I was like, wait, was I Leviticus?
I think we all were Leviticus.
I think me too.
Once you get to know me, I'm cool, but nobody wants to read my book. I don't know, just kidding.
No, but that's how we feel about Leviticus. We have the impression that they're not one of the cool kids, but then we're like, oh, now we understand this kid. So then we that's good. That's a good analogy.
And then I guess what else? I wrote some notes, but now I can't find them. What is happening?
It's like the scriptures that you have in the bathroom. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. It was the same thing that I wrote my other updates on. That's why I couldn't find it.
No problem.
So he, at one point, Pastor Jim mentioned a traveling sanctuary, and I yelled at my TV screen, "Altar on the go!" because I made an altar on the go. And I talked about it in the podcast
That's right.
a few weeks back. And my
right.
neglected altar on the go hasn't been utilized in a while. And I think I need to start utilizing it.
Yeah.
More.
That's
and then,
so cool.
Yeah. So that's going to be a new sponsor for the podcast, Altar on the Go. Just kidding.
Available at the Spring Boutique.
Yep, Spring Boutique, Altar on the Go. You can I do have to go to your house though to put it together, because the way I put mine together was I used objects that were already in my house. I didn't buy anything for it. So I'm going to have to go to your house and see what you have. That'll be $1,000. Thank you.
That's good to know.
And then he mentioned different types of offerings, and burnt offerings and cereal offerings. And my closed captioning said the SERIAL, which is probably what he meant. But I just thought it would be funny if we offered God cereal, like if I pray to God and then I just put a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch on my altar on the go. and that's my cereal offering.
Yeah. Milk and cereal, milk and cereal.
What kind of cereal would reflect Jesus? Would he be like a Wheat Thins?
I feel like it's life cereal. Life. Yeah, life.
Life cereal.
Yeah, life
Yep.
cereal. Definitely. Indeed. Like you're reaching for a bowl of cereal. You come to the cereal box over and over again, but I will give you cereal that never goes away. You'll always have the cereal.
Yes. So I feel like Jesus is life cereal, but God is wheat checks. And I don't know why, but God is wheat checks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And Jesus is the little bit of sugar we get when we follow him.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's very fascinating. Now I'm not
that's
going to
all
think about cereal the same way again.
Those were my takeaways.
I
about
love
you?
That's great.
those takeaways.
Yeah, those were awesome. I love those. So kind of segueing off of what Jessica was saying about our worship doesn't end or just begin with the 1 hour on Sunday. It's every hour of every day of every week. And I think that's really beautiful and amazing. And I was going to share this on the Methodist moment, but I realize it's perfect to share right now. So just a few days ago, my mom asked me about the Bible app. She just wanted to know more information about it, and that piqued my curiosity to kind of look a little bit more into it instead of just like normal, like looking at the Bible, like scriptures, and then seeing that you can run the audio from it, which is really great because you could set the audio for like different translations and stuff, and then you can like listen to it in your car. It's just really convenient, but they actually have like infinity plans, like devotional plans on there. I was amazed. I'm like, I've always wanted to do a daily devotional, and like I am never going to run out of daily devotionals now that I know about this. And so now I can actually like very significantly go into the Bible every day with a daily devotional. Like, so that's just like really amazing. I'm going in with this series called The Great Surrender, kind of segueing off of like what I talked about a few weeks ago on the podcast regarding like surrendering ourselves to God and loving our neighbor. So this kind of talks about that, like surrendering to God and like talking about all the different like things associated with that. And it's just really nice that I can like open up my Bible like associated with that daily devotion every day. I could just like open it up, and if I need more of a fill of Jesus, then I can have multiple daily devotionals. And so I just thought I would share that. So yeah, it's like it doesn't just end with Sunday. We find more and more opportunities to spend time with God. I think that's really great. So you have prayer, you have daily devotionals, you have scripture. Beth mentioned scripture journaling. And so like when we fill our lives with God as much as we can, then I think that's a really like amazing, beautiful thing. And since I did mention about the Great Surrender, I just thought I'd briefly share that. I think that like I kind of built upon what I had shared about like those who find their lives will lose it, and those who lose their lives for my sake will find it. Because I've been thinking like, oh, I give up or I surrender. And then I found out that surrender is actually a very like powerful like just key to just following Jesus, like surrendering our lives to Jesus, or surrendering our lives to God. And that means that like God is directing all of our steps. And then like we just feel drawn to like help our neighbor. And so, yeah, I think that's really powerful. So, but going back to the sermon though, the other thing that I thought it was really like just insightful and interesting was how Pastor Jim brought up the idea of like wickedness and how that's like due to the perils of our free will. And I thought that was really, I really liked that he shared that.
I wanted to share that, but then the TV, I couldn't find the remote, so I couldn't pause it, and then it was gone. So thank you for sharing that, Tim.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, and that really kind of puts it back onto us. Like, okay, so we follow after God, and like we have the opportunity to like prevent evil by like living our lives in a way that is in accordance with God and following Jesus and loving God and loving our neighbor. I think that's really beautiful, and I'm really happy that we have that opportunity as followers of Jesus, that we can help make the world a better place and reduce evil by just following after God and doing what he has set out for us. And so then we got plenty of commandments, just going to Leviticus. He said 40% of all the commandments in the Old Testament are in Leviticus. So here you got your afternoon. You just want to read God's commandments? Here, just open up some Leviticus. That's the way to go.
Yeah,
I love it.
totally. Well, I feel like we all got some pretty good insight from this past Sunday's sermon, so that I'm excited for next week's. It'll be the second to last sermon series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wait, what is the next one after Leviticus? Numbers?
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. Yes, Numbers.
And then it's
Deuteronomy.
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 Deuteronomy. I don't know.
For some reason, no, this has nothing to do with this, but for some reason, I was thinking of pizza after you said that. I don't know. It has nothing to do with Deuteronomy. I mean, my gosh.
It was the dude. It was a Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
Ninja Turtles, for sure.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles, yeah, indeed.
Ninja Turtle adjacent. I don't know why that's funny to me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I used to play the Ninja Turtle video game in the arcades all the time when I was like a kid. Oh my gosh. Those are that was like the best like arcade game ever.
My brother and I would play Ninja Turtles on the Nintendo.
Oh, really? I didn't even know it was on the Nintendo.
Well, because I'm 7,000 years old, Tim. But
No, you're not.
we would play Nintendo, and so we would be a team. So anyway, that was fun. And then we would dress up as Ninja Turtles and see who could kick the highest. And
wow, that's awesome. So like a Ninja Turtle cosplay or something.
Yeah.
Like who needs like the Marvel cosplay or anything? You can just like dress up like one of the Ninja Turtles.
Totally. But
so yeah, Deuteronomy, pizza, and Ninja Turtles.
All of it comes together.
Yeah.
And it equals prayer requests.
Yes. That's the math equation for today.
That is correct. Well, what are you guys' prayer requests for this next week? Beth, do you want to start us off?
I would love nothing more than to start us off in our prayer requests.
All right.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. Okay. I don't know.
I have days like that.
Sometimes that's how it is with bringing it to God. I don't know.
God knows what I need.
That's true. God knows what you need before you ask him.
Yep. So God, just tell me what I need. God's like, I've been trying. You're not listening. I don't know what to tell you, God. Sorry. So that's my prayer request. Just general. Good.
Got it.
Requests. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good.
I did not write that down in my itinerary.
That's okay. And I think that that happens more often than not. Do you guys hear my cat in the background?
I do not.
Okay.
I wish I heard your cat in the background.
That might be something we can tell God in our prayer. Hey, God, do you hear my cat in the background?
And God's like, yes, my child.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know if your guys' animals have, well, Tim, you don't have cats, but I guess Beth, I don't know if your cats do this, where like they'll just walk around the house and like kind of talk, like meow talk? I don't know.
Yeah. So the cats live upstairs and the dogs live downstairs. It's the cat's choice. They could come down if they want to,
Oh,
but the dogs do not get a choice to go upstairs. So there's a lot of I used to hear like Owen downstairs, or no, his cat would meow from upstairs to talk to him. And then he would meow back, and then she'd meow, then he'd meow. They would literally just talk to each other back and forth.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yes, we do get that at our house.
mm.
And
It's amazing.
if Jonah isn't here, no, if Owen isn't here, his cat meows. No. Yeah, his cat meows for Jonah because she's so sadly neglected because her human is at school or whatever.
Right. Which is why Jonah is no longer going to go to school.
Nope. I pulled him out of school. His main job is to make sure Mrs. Fernandez is not lonely.
That sounds like a pretty good job.
Yeah. Well, he actually he is in school. He just does an independent study program. So he isn't in physical school as much as Owen is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think
Nice.
that's pretty awesome. It shows,
Yeah.
to me, I feel like it just shows that he's very independent.
Well, I can see why you would think that. But a lot of it is independent study.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, independence is important after all, you
But
know.
I do spend a lot of time sitting with him and helping him with his homework. I don't know if he has ADHD, but even if he doesn't need help with his homework, like he works better if he sits next to me and does it. So he can do it on his own.
Yeah.
If just like in the room, it's like body doubling kind of, but
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, like accountability and
yeah. And
totally.
except for the math, I do have to help him with math, but that's
everybody
been going.
needs help with math. Math is
I
silly.
know. Well, they put him in regular algebra because he quote unquote tested so well on his test, even though he just guessed and didn't know. He told me he guessed and didn't. So they put him in a higher algebra class, and then it was tears every night for both of us. And now he has a new teacher, and his new teacher's like, he doesn't know the basics of algebra. Like he needs to do pre-algebra. So now we're doing pre-algebra, which
okay.
I get to learn right along with him. So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a bonding time with math.
Yeah. Prayers for me and Jonah and his homework. Thank you.
All right.
That's perfect.
That was the reason why we talked about all this. So you can get to that point in your prayer request. I love that.
Yep. Tim, what about you? Are you working on algebra as well?
Not today. Actually, it's kind of funny. I was thinking about something when we were talking about math in regards to like how I used to be like a really enthusiastic math student, and I am sort of gifted in math, but I don't have any desire to do mathematics now in my life. Like I'd much rather be like doing writing. And I never was a writer when I was in like high school and stuff like that. In fact, this is like crazy, but there was a short story that everybody needed to write, and I just chose not to write it. That was bad. I don't recommend that. You just choose not to do an assignment. But yeah, it was a short story. I didn't actually end up doing that assignment. And not really so much a regret now, but I'm like, I think that I could probably pull off writing a short story now. And maybe I should do that. Maybe write a short story. And because I there was a YouTube video that I saw. Well, I didn't see it. I just saw a thumbnail for it. Okay. But it said that the thumbnail said, don't write that book. And basically it was talking about how you just want to like jump into something that you don't even really intend to write, because you're trying to write your magnum opus or the best book ever, like on your first try, is just not going to cut it. Like you're just not going to do it. And so like, I think in order for me to just start writing, I just need to start writing something, even if it's just like the frog goes to the museum or something like that with his frog buddies, like, who knows? So
sounds like an awesome story, Tim.
yeah. Frog goes to his frog buddies to the museum. Maybe I should actually write that. I mean,
you should, and don't put any pressure on it. Just write it,
Yeah, whatever comes to mind, that's cool. So yeah, so maybe I'll start doing that. I really feel super enthusiastic, and I think I might have talked about my writing thing a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, but I did talk to some people at the choir about it, but then I didn't follow through. So maybe now I can do that. So I guess prayer for me to just try to pursue something like that, maybe writing or some other like thing, but maybe it'd be writing in this case. And then a prayer for me to actually like maybe figure out my time management some more, because I feel like it could really help me in my life at this point. So, yeah.
Great. For sure.
What about you, Jessica?
Yeah. What's going on, Jessica? What do you have?
Well, I think just continued prayers for this pregnancy. But other than that, I kind of felt like you, Beth, where it's like, I don't know. I think when we initially think about like a prayer request for ourselves, we're kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, what would that be? Because so much is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know. A lot happening.
And we tend to just kind of
lots of stuff
elsewhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think, one of the main things to kind of mention is, besides pregnancy is Amber's mom. She just had like a little thing go on today. She had to drive to a heart doctor, and they did a test on her heart because her heart rate's kind of it's like a heart cath. Heart. She's mouthing the words to me as I'm talking.
Heart catheter.
It's a heart catheter is what it's called. And so they mentioned that she'll likely need to have a pacemaker put in.
Oh,
so
wow.
prayers that everything goes well, and that the amazing thing about medicine and science and doctors is that they're able to do these really, complex tests and find things about our bodies and find solutions that can help us to live a long life. And that's where we're at right now. Is they ran a test and they found a solution, and so that's the next step is the solution of hey, let's explore a pacemaker and kind of go from there. So just prayers that she's not nervous and that she can find peace with this next step. And because we really want Grandma Barbara around for our babies.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
We really like her strawberry cake. So
among other things.
Among other
strawberry cake.
She makes the best. She uses real strawberries and she like mixes it with the icing. Literally,
wow.
I had her strawberry cake. I think it was like, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years. I don't know how long ago it was.
Whoa.
And I think about it often.
Still think about it?
I still think about it.
That's how I feel about the Brussels sprouts I had at Universal Studios one time at the Harry Potter world.
Really?
Good. Yeah. The Brussels sprouts that got away. Haven't had
Wow.
Were they like, do they have like balsamic vinaigrette on it?
remember. They were just like delicious, and I just remember how it made me feel.
Wow.
I love when food can do that to you.
Yeah.
I love that too. Now I'm thinking like strawberry cake could be like one of my favorite things, and Brussels sprouts as well. Like, the song, The Favorite Things, like during Christmas. Now I'm thinking about those things as my favorite things. Actually, I don't remember the last time I had strawberry cake. So yeah, someday I'll have to have some of Amber's strawberry cake. That's amazing.
For sure. But yeah, that's my prayer request.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for sharing that. And yeah, I really hope that all that goes well with Amber for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
And then also a prayer for you, Jessica, and your pregnancy.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting there, guys. I mean, I remember when I first told you, and that I was like, what?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
like,
I was actually thinking about that the other day, like how you stopped talking about it for like 3 months and we're like, wait, what happened?
And now we're like at the end.
Yeah.
I know.
It
That's
goes
awesome.
like fast. And then you're teaching your kids algebra.
Pre-algebra, because they don't know basic algebra yet.
So basically, this kid can stay in there longer. That's fine. Because I don't do well with algebra or or any form of of algebra.
pre.
Yeah.
I've forgotten all of my math classes that I've taken. It's been way too long. So
I mean,
I'm back at pre-algebra if I start working math again someday.
I feel pre-algebra though is just the blocks with the numbers on them when they're babies.
Yeah, and I'm not good at that.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah, that's great. The blocks and numbers, and they learn the numbers, and then they learn to add them. That's the beginning.
Maybe you and baby can learn together, Jessica.
That's why I was so excited to have children. I'm like, oh my gosh, they can teach me all the things.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you can learn all the things with your baby, Jessica.
The kids are teaching me. Yeah.
Wow. It's like going through like the entire curriculum of school, like again. It's like you just like reliving it, but you're an adult instead, and then they're living it for the first time, and then the cycle just continues.
Totally. And then you marry a teacher, and then you are always in first, second, or third grade.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yep. Yeah. Well, guys, this has been awesome, but
yeah, it's been awesome.
With that being said,
stay mad, you Methodists.
Stay mad, you Methodists.
We're all from different places, we all have different names. No matter what life brings us, Jesus is the same. We're just your Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness.